How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to a different video today. Those of you that have been around the channel for a while, like say a year, know that last year I made a Christmas video titled What Christmas Means to Me, and this year I thought I would do something in a bit of a similar vein, but a little different. So this year, I'm going to be remembering where I came from, and it's something that I think is important and everybody should do this at some point in their lives. It's something that's been difficult in 2020 because this year has been a bit of a mess, let's be honest, but it's important to remember where we came from, to respect the journeys that we have taken to get where we are now. To start this journey, I'd go back about 10 years, maybe a little less, to when I made my first ever channel, which was The LOL is So Cool Like, taken from my real name, nickname of my real name, which was LOL. My real name is Lawrence, and family and family friends nicknamed me LOL growing up, and it's something that still sticks a little bit, but not as much as it used to. So that's where the LOL part came from. Now, the Is So Cool Like part was a blatant ripoff of Charlie Is So Cool Like. I mean, I'm not even gonna pretend that I didn't steal the name from Charlie Is So Cool Like, because I did, let's be honest. But that's not what I did on the channel. I didn't do Charlie Is So Cool Like's vlogs and music and that kind of thing. I started it making sketches, because I grew up absolutely loving old Smosh videos. Now, for those of you that don't know, Smosh is a group of people. Now it's a group of people. That's a noisy plane going right overhead. It started off as just two guys making sketches, and that's what I wanted to do. So when I first started my channel, The LOL is So Cool Like, it was a set of videos with me and my friend Robert, and we had a bit of a narrative going, but also not. There was The Simple Life of Robert, which was one of my first ever videos. A few things happen, and then he gets attacked by dogs, these toy dogs, and then later on we made a video called The Dog's Return. There were a few weird things like that. But most importantly, it was me and a group of friends making sketches. Now, the strange part of this is I don't really talk to any of those friends anymore. I still have them added on social media and stuff, but we've all gone our separate paths. They've all got lives and jobs and stuff, and I'm here making YouTube videos, so... But that's where my passion for YouTube first ever started, was making sketches, because I was inspired by other YouTubers. Now, a couple of years later, a little further down the line, I started watching the Yogscast. I'd be surprised if you haven't heard of the Yogscast at this point. There are like 15 different members, maybe even more, all with their own channels, and they've for a few years dominated the front page of YouTube, to the point where YouTube had to like shadow ban them from the front page. And I was inspired by the gameplay videos, because who wouldn't want to play video games for a living, right? So I rebranded. I changed my channel name to The Emu Hawkster, which was a play on words from the emo hipster and a couple of birds, emus and hawks. It's a terrible name, I know, but that's what I rebranded to. Then me and George, who you know from this channel, started making Minecraft videos, and we did some web games. It was fun. It didn't go anywhere. I never uploaded regularly. I didn't have enough content. My content wasn't interesting enough. I was editing on Windows Movie Maker, so it didn't go anywhere. But it was something I enjoyed doing for a few years, and me and George had a few different games that we would play, and we had a few different ideas, until later it evolved into something else. Now, originally it evolved into a plan that was going to be like a red versus blue type of thing. Not the Halo series, but like that was where we first developed the names Red and Blue. We talked about it a lot. I ummed and ahed between being red or blue for a long time before I ended up being blue, and after that George became red, I became Blue the Nerd, and George became Fireburns Red, and then Blue the Nerd, the channel, was created. But for a long time I didn't even upload any gameplay to Blue the Nerd. This channel started as a vlogging channel, and that's something I still enjoy doing, but the problem was I just had the most uninteresting life. So it was like 16-year-old me, 16-year-old me talking about things I didn't like. Like I made a video about how I didn't like the education system and stupid things like that. And back then I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't do enough research. They weren't very good videos, and there were questionable videos too. I made a video about my not so healthy healthy first relationship, thinking like, oh, I did nothing wrong in this situation. I made some questionable vlogs, and I made a couple of friends along the way of this process. A couple of people, other vloggers, would appear on my channel and comment on my videos, and I started commenting on their videos. I don't know how they're doing now. It's been a long time. I stopped making vlogs, but I wonder how they're doing now. That's something that's interesting. Channels evolve, you know? Channels change. And I started making gameplay videos. I started streaming more than uploading was a big thing. I played through Life is Strange Before the Storm, uploaded those videos on the channel before one day I discovered Soot House and Sorrow TV. Now this was because a friend was watching them in a class in college, and he showed them to me, and I was like, wow, they're hilarious. And then I was like, I want to do that, but I want it to be different. I mean, not different enough that I'm not just making Reddit content, because that's all I do, let's be honest. But I want it to be different in that I hadn't seen the subreddit be done that I made a video on. So I discovered r/Vax Happened, which at the time I hadn't seen Sorrow TV or Soot House or other popular Reddit YouTubers make a video on. So I went, that's interesting. Anti-vaxxers, they're all stupid. They're blowing up right now. So I did a video on it. Currently, they're still some of my most viewed videos of all time. My first ever Reddit videos. I have been accused of stealing the idea from other Reddit YouTubers, which was a fun time because I uploaded my first Vax Happened video months before they did. But one of their fans was like, you stole. But yeah, I got into Reddit content, and that's where my channel first really took off. I, at that point, decided, when I made my very first Reddit video, I decided I'm going to make a video every week without missing one. I'm gonna actually create an upload schedule, and it was the first time I ever committed to that. And I'm proud to say I have never missed an upload on that upload schedule. In fact, I increased the schedule. For a time, I was doing 2 Reddit videos and a VR video. It got pretty rough, and then I kind of had to decrease it, especially when we got to summer and I just couldn't play VR because I would overheat. But now I maintain 2 videos, whether they're Reddit or something else I want to do, every week. And it's something that I enjoy doing. It's something I am happy to do because I enjoy making YouTube content, and I absolutely wouldn't be here without you guys, because although my channel hasn't always been popular and I haven't always had viewers, the Reddit content has always had people watching it. I've always had people watching my videos. I've had new subscribers every single month, and I couldn't do that without you guys. The journey I took to finding the content I can be passionate about was an interesting one, but it's one that I have enjoyed taking, and it's one that I'm going to carry on. So really, this video is about thanking you guys, because although I probably would have carried on making Reddit videos every week, I have no doubt that I would have given it up. If I didn't think anything was going to come from it, if I didn't think people would watch it, it would have been disheartening and I would have given it up. But the immediate change, I guess, meant that I was like, maybe I've got something here. So I carried on making videos. I've stayed with George. I'm not with George, sorry, that was a weird wording, but we're still friends. We still make videos together, as you guys have seen. He still goes by Red and I still go by Blue. It's just been a really fun journey. The last year and a half of uploading YouTube content regularly, nearly 2 years now in fact, has been this amazing journey that I'm really privileged to take. And it's not something that everybody can do. I am privileged in that I live with my parents and I can get fed and I have a home. So I had leeway for this nearly 2 years of being able to survive off of making no money on YouTube. I have a job now, but that's only because I want the money, not because I need it. It's a difficult thing because not everyone has that, and not everyone can take that path because not everyone has the security. And I am incredibly thankful that I do have the security and that I could take this path. And that's why I made this video, because it's nearly Christmas and that's the kind of thing I do. So thank you guys so much for sticking around with me for this long. I'm sorry if this was a boring video, but I just really wanted to talk about it. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, for commenting on every video, for liking videos. Those of you that have joined my Patreon or joined the channel, thank you guys so much, because you are the real MVPs here. I couldn't do this kind of thing without people like you, without the community in my Discord, without the people that just the regulars, whether you comment on or not, whether you just the people that stick around my channel. You guys are what make this channel for me, and so this video is for you guys. You know, you can still find my first ever channel. It's not called the Lol is so cool like anymore. I did rename that one to the Emu Hawkster, so you can find my old videos. I don't recommend it, they're not very good, but if you're really curious about it, you can go and find my first ever videos, my sketches and such. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around this long, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.